There's actually some good news coming out of this year's General Assembly, some very good news. You know, 2 years ago, the Kentucky Chamber started studying the state's budget. We went back 20 years and looked at the state's budget, and we found that there were 3 leaks in the state's budget, one of which was our prison system. We were overspending on putting people in prison to the tune of about $20,000 per inmate. In 2008, Kentucky was the #1 state in the country at how fast we were locking people up. And of course, it's very expensive to do that, especially if they're relatively low-level drug offenders. You want your criminals off the streets, of course, but then we've got some other folks in the prison system who could be dealt with in less expensive ways. So during the interim period leading up to this General Assembly, Republicans and Democrats in the House and the Senate came together and they started working on this problem. And it was tough. It was very tough. But the goal was to protect public safety, but to be smarter in how we deal with offenders. We had prosecutors, jailers, a national group called the Pew Center for the States, the Secretary of Corrections, we had the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, judges from around the state, all weighing in on how we could be smarter about crime in Kentucky. Those recommendations have now moved through the legislature very quickly because they were so well hammered out, and they will save, according to a nonpartisan budget estimate, $424 million over the next 10 years. Now, half that money will be put back into drug treatment programs, other things that will help us reduce our population in jail over the long term. But the other half will be pure savings to the state budget, which of course can then be spent on our priorities like public education. So this is very good news coming out of this legislature, something that a lot of folks have put a lot of time into. It's good news for the business community in Kentucky because businesses pay about 40% of all the taxes in the state. So it's great to at least have this victory coming out of the General Assembly in 2011. Thank you.